Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. Cards are already flying out. Today we are doing a good old-fashioned love reading for the collective. What is in store for the collective in this time and place, wherever and whenever you find this reading. And the card we have is Nomad. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. With freedom flows in the shadow. So it looks like we're traveling solo in love, and maybe there is some wandering to be done, some travel, travel doesn't mean you put a bag on your back and get going. Travel could mean just in your own city, getting out and about more, meeting new people. So if you're feeling isolated, if you're wondering about your love life, whether you are single or partnered, the first message is to take the leap, to get out there, wander around. And then we have the Thinker card. The Thinker. Second oracle. Treasure Island. Okay, that's nice. Now, the Thinker card, I don't know that well, so I'm actually going to refer to the Wisdom of the Oracle book by Collette, Baron-Reid, and the number is 44. So if that means anything to you, if that is a number that has been following you around, the message here is to strategize, be analytical, and be logical. So it is definitely a head over heart card. And it basically says that your ability to reason and strategize should be your focus. It says here that love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. Don't we know that one to be true? This is a time to weigh up the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is common ground, then go for it. But if not, there are other fish in the sea. Do not force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. This is a very stern message. So it looks like here that it's really time to trust yourself, to listen to your brain, to analyze the situation from a logical point of view. And so if you are partnered or single and looking, it's time to really weigh up the scenario. What is going to actually align with your vision, with your purpose, and with where you're going? Because Nomad tells me you are in fact going somewhere. And look at this beautiful door. And, Treasure Island, treasure does await you. And so this is not the love reading that we wanted, let's be real. But it's the love reading that we're getting. And I feel like Treasure Island came out to basically say, treasure does await you, but be smart about it. And if you have recently had a disjuncture or a partnership split, then you're on the right track with your thoughts about it. So facts are facts, really, says don't get caught up in the emotional nostalgia. You had to do what you had to do. And 44 is a very protective energy. So let's go to the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann and ask, this tarot loves coming out in clumps. I think it's just desperate to tell a story. I just want single cards, please, Muse. What is in store for us in terms of love? Any messages, any guidance here for the collective in terms of love. Okay, so we have the 10 of Roses, 10 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Inspiration. Okay, so money, and with the 8 of Cups in the shadow. So I do have a confirmation here that you have in fact walked away from a situation, or you're thinking about it. And you're thinking about walking away because your spirit and your creativity needs so much more. You want to see the world, you want to enjoy, you want to connect, you want to grow. And even if you don't want to pack up the kids and go on a road trip, your spirit wants to do new things and try new things and sort of travel energetically, if that makes sense. Let me know if it does in the comments or if it's completely loopy. The 10 of Materials tells me that you're in a very good position economically. You have built a beautiful home and family and community around you. So you're doing well. And perhaps the split or something that you're questioning about maybe someone you've met is around money. Are they materially stable? Are they financially responsible or sensible? So the Empress archetype understands this to be true, that the human being in their true expression is actually stable economically. Now, this does not mean that you are filthy rich. It doesn't even mean that you're wealthy at all, but it does mean that you're grounded. You know who you are. You've had long-term commitments to things that you have grown. And I think that has actually been a theme in your mind. So you might have been confused about somebody's financial dependency. Maybe there were arguments about money. It certainly is a deal breaker. And the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Inspiration here says it's that nomad energy, and it's right underneath Treasure Island. There's somewhere you want to go. Your spirit is being called to adventure. The 8 of Cups in the shadow confirms that. And I guess your question was, is this person coming along with me to this grand adventure that I am going on? Is this person coming along with me? Yeah, because it looks like you're going to have to make a decision using the mind about whether they really can join you. So just want single cards, please, Muse. Anything else we need to know in love? So it doesn't look like romance is on top of the agenda here. It looks like you're going inward, you're in a very good position. So 10 of Roses and Treasure Island. This is, you've got the money, you've got the cash to do things. And maybe this other person didn't. And you feel trapped, you feel left behind because you've worked hard to build what you have, and this person that you're thinking about, you've met, or you're about to meet might not meet you there. And so it could mean, do I have to do this on my own? Now, it doesn't necessarily have to. So let's see what else is in the clump that has just fallen out. It wants to speak in chapters. We have the 7 of Swords in the shadow, which aligns exactly with the Thinker card, which is use your wits and your strategic thinking to get to where you want to go. So the first card out, we have the Star. The second card, the Ace of Emotions, which is the Ace of Cups. The third card out, the Hierophant, and the 3 of Materials, the 3 of Roses. This is the 3 of Pentacles. So the Star is basically finding a moment of hope after destructive change. So you find yourself in a place, perhaps you had to tear something asunder, or something was torn asunder for you. But you're in this place of like, actually, there's still a glimmer of hope inside my spirit. There's got to be more for me. I just know it. That's the Star. It's Pandora opening the box and going, yep, I have faced all of the awful, horrible things, but I still have hope. And so the Ace of Cups basically says you will nourish yourself somehow. There is an offer of love for yourself or from others that is coming. And it's interesting here that we have the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles. So I'm wondering if this is related to work or the institution in some way. Maybe there's a journey you need to go on that is really about your higher calling. Because here we sort of see a pilgrim, and then we have this like figure, this lady on top of a mountain, also hooded and robed. So there's some sort of pilgrimage to a higher calling here. There's another figure behind there and some lanterns leading the way. So the Ace of Emotions tells me, followed by the star, that your North Star, when it's linked to what truly fulfills you, maybe you just need to spend a day at the seaside, just enjoying the sound of the waves. And this pilgrimage, because here we have the ocean again, this pilgrimage, this going towards what you love, could actually help you encounter your counterpart that would actually be a spiritual partnership, or one that is more aligned to you. It's about labor, Three of Materials. It's about the work you do in community is what will braid you. So let's keep going. So we have the Knight of Roses, the Nine of Roses, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Okay, really cool, interesting reading. I love the artwork in this tarot deck. It's just beautiful. Let me know if you like it. So the Knight of Pentacles says, go one step at a time. I know you want to leap. I know you want to run. And again, you're in a great position to do this. Nine of Pentacles, there is the independent woman. There is the woman who has worked hard, knows exactly how much money is in her bank account and exactly what she can do with it. And what she can do with it is leap and joyfully. You know, she's in her creative freedom here. So what is it that you want to do? Where is it you want to go? What is the song in your heart? The Queen of Emotions uses her voice in song. So you might be a singer or a performer. And here we have the ocean again. What is this story of your heart that you wish to sing to the world? And here's the analytical page again. The Page of Voices going, yes, but is it right? Is it analytical? I mean, she looks like a young lawyer, young accountant. You know, this is the Page of Swords, the researcher. So there's a move you're going to make that is going to be very aligned to your purpose, but do the research as well. You will have done the research, or it might actually produce a body of research in its early stages. So I'm not saying you're going to go write a book, but you might. Now, interestingly, we have the Death card. So I see again, you are going through a deeply transformative time in your life. And what an amazing Death card. I'm so glad I got this deck because it's just gorgeous. So here we have, you know, a lot of symbols. We have the above world, the underworld. We have two figures connected in a web and a moth kind of ascending, a death moth, I believe it's called. I forget the exact correct name, but the Death card is basically you've faced a deep transformation, or you're going through one, and basically things need to be true right now. There's no more illusions, delusions. You're just too old for that. I'm getting the feeling of like something very, very old, something very ancient you are connecting to. And we have the Queen of Wands in the shadow. So you've gone through a profoundly transformative death. And that means a lot of grief, a lot of alone time, a lot of sleep required. You know, you become very internal. Yeah, and look, the Three of Swords. So love has hurt you and love has wounded you deeply. And these wounds go back in time, and they might even go back generations, because for many of us, it wasn't just us who have been wounded. It was our mothers, it was our grandmothers, and it was our great-grandmothers who were abandoned, who were lost. And so this figurative death that you're going through actually, I feel, really links you to an ancestral passage. If it doesn't, perhaps that's a message for you to connect with any ancestral stories. Of course, we have a massive clump here. Let's go through it. 5 of Wands and 2 of Swords. You've been at loggerheads with other people in terms of love. You've never just seen eye to eye. And look at this, the Tower in the shadow. The 5 of Wands tells me that you're a creative, intelligent, wonderful, spunky, funky, dunky person. And you are fantastic in a crowd. You know, people like you, people listen to you, people want to spar with you creatively. But where you haven't actually landed is you haven't found stability with an other yet. You've always been at loggerheads creatively and in terms of your vision. The 5 of Wands is 5 different people with 5 different ideas and 5 different visions that just can't agree. And the 2 of Swords shows me again, we cannot agree. We are not signing on the dotted line. We both have very different points of view, and they are not the same. They are not aligned, even though you wish they were. Because how interesting, the next card out is the 2 of Materials. And the 9 of Cups. So perhaps in your mind, because you are a materially very strong person, I get the sense here that you are an attractive person, a physically fit person, or a physically healthy, like something about your energy is vibrant. Or you dress really colorfully, you dress really well, even if you're all in black. You have a style and a presence about you. But the bottom line is you know how to juggle and make things work financially, and you are very fulfilled financially. But when you connect with others, I just get this feeling from some of the cards that, again, the Moon, you just don't see eye to eye and you've always had to go your own way. The Moon is people are not really revealing who they are. And if you are a force to be reckoned with, if you are an accomplished, stylish kind of person who uses her voice, and especially if you're a singer, people might feel intimidated by that. Sometimes the Moon card is just someone who is intimidated by you and thinks, oh, how can I get one over this person? So Page of Inspiration and Knight of Inspiration. Sorry, Page of Emotions, Knight of Inspirations, the Lovers and the 3 of Cups. People get excited when the Lovers comes up, but I'm not reading this way, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you are accomplished, because you are, by accomplished I mean like you've got yourself sorted. You've got the house, you've got the keys, you've got the vibe. And you, on top of that, bring this vibrant energy, which is the Page of Emotions. When you sing a song, people hear it and they flock to you, Knight of Wands. Especially lovers. Lovers flock to you. It's not hard for you to attract energy. But when it comes, this seeing eye to eye has been the Tower in the shadow. 10 of Swords. It's been, you're not aligned. And of course, it's easy to get caught up in romance, in attraction. It's a wonderful feeling to be in your full spirit and to meet like-minded people. And then it comes crashing down when you realize actually they are not like-minded at all, because the Lovers is also the choice. And the 3 of Cups, I love this depiction. It's really like the phases of the moon. It's a very deeply feminine card. Again, it's sort of a Connect with your feminine wisdom. Even if you're in a masculine energy in this life, connect with your feminine goddesses. Turn to Circe, to Hecate, to the goddesses of the road, the fork in the road, the path. Here we have the triple goddess, past, present, and future. These can also be the Norns, the Fates. I mean, tell me what they are in your tradition. But I just don't see a partnership ahead for you. Oh, look, the Two of Cups. And the Devil. So someone you're about to meet, like I said, it's not hard for you to attract people. But when you find that they are just not on your material wavelength, it comes crashing down and it comes at a big price to you. Because I think some people are just in it for themselves. They want to make a deal with you, but it's for themselves, and you're just on the highway to hell. I mean, look at where that door's leading. I don't want to go there, do you? So, yeah, okay, this is like the darkest, ugliest love reading I've ever done in my life. Sounds like there's a lot of negative energy out there. But the beauty of this all is that you are in control and you're using your discernment. So let's go back to the first card and remember to think your way through the next people you meet or the person that's on your mind, and don't get swept up in the romantic story that you tell yourself, because you will only end up in peril. So I will leave you, as always, with my love and courage. If you've stayed this far, please like, please share, please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.